Hi, friends. Good day, hello, all that funny stuff. So, we are back in Hobbiton Zoo today. Yes, we are. And as you guys know, I am very fond of making these sort of traveling merchants. Which is also what I will be doing today. So, no animals. Today it is literally just a scenery speed build. Um, so yeah, this is in the section of Brie. I am building this. You know, I already have the two other uh, carriages, which is really nice. I really liked it. And this area, it's totally gonna be like a traveling merchant sort of area where some of them are shops and some of them are just scenery pieces. And I feel like that I need more clutter in the game. So instead of being lazy and complaining, I thought, you know what? Let's just try and make some clutter. So today I'm also doing a little bit of clutter, and I will eventually put it up on the workshop. So you guys have a little bit of a clutter pack. There will be like crates, there will be cages, there will be barrels, there will be all kind of funny things. You know, so I will eventually do that. So everything you see me build here will also be on the workshop, including this blueprint here. I haven't found a title for it yet, but it will be on the workshop, and I will let you guys know when. I will probably make one or two more of these carriages here, and then I'm kind of done with this collection. But I'm really happy for how all these turned out. And this one was definitely a tricky one because of the whole sort of roof it has. It has to have this like cloth sort of roof, it was difficult. Let me just say it like that. It was very difficult to get that to get where I wanted it to come. But with a little bit of sweat and tears, I feel like we found a way. And I'm actually making all that with the freaking bountings. So yes, I'm trying to get more familiar with the smaller pieces in this game now. I think it's about time that I actually started to using them, because they're very important when it comes to building in this. And I'm also kind of like Prehistoric Kingdom with the whole scaling, and then you see this and you'll be like, damn dude, I really wish that it was like that, but it's not. Okay, it's not. So we just have to suffer through it. So in this section here, I'm using these door sort of screws, or whatever you say here, hangers or something. I don't freaking know what we can say, but I'm trying to do that, and it actually turns out pretty well because we don't have any smaller planks or anything whatsoever we can use this for. So I had to find a way to get the shape of it going, and then have like smaller pieces for this sort of type here. So that's kind of like what I did, right? So I also trying to fill up this carriage here with all the clutter there is, like all the things I can figure out to put. I'm doing that, and then eventually everything just comes as each other, as it always does, right? So in the first one here, I'm trying to make the cloth sort of canopy sort of roof here, and I'm struggling with it a lot, so you will see some flaws along the way, but I am really happy for this build, how it ended up looking, and especially also after I spiced up this entire Bree section area here a bit. I think we're almost done with the Bree section, actually completely done with it, except for the two more carriages we need. But besides that, I don't want to add more to Bree after that. Then we kind of think we're gonna stop it there at least, so we don't have to focus more on this specific area here, because it's very fantasy-esque, this area, very fantasy-esque. There's a lot of Lord of the Rings references, but there's also kind of like a little bit of my own stuff, like these carriages here, which just spice up the area. And it's very common to have these sort of carts and merchants in these sort of small villages here, right? Since Bree is not like the main town that they really like, it's like a 15-minute scene, or right, you know, where they're there. So you don't get to see a lot, and it's mainly in the nighttime as well. So, but the prancing pony is definitely something we need, and then we have this little extra building on the side and a few buildings around it to give it that village feel. So overall, I'm happy that I actually got this sort of groove going for making a third card. And I actually feel like too that they slowly get like better and better too. Like they actually get more personal and like more unique looking, and that's kind of like what I'm going for. And it also gives me a better reason to know the pieces a lot more. As I said, like I almost have 1,000 hours now in this game, and I think it's about time that we're actually starting to look into using a lot more of the smaller pieces in here, because it just makes things better when you can do that. Like I'm actually trying to make some beer mugs. I'm trying to make like some sort of a little cake sort of thing with like a barrel, and you can like sort of come up to this card here. You can like get a free sample of something. I didn't make a sign for it yet, or make something that actually represents it, but maybe I will do that before I upload it to the workshop. But yeah, as you can see here, I was struggling a lot with this specific sort of roof that I did here. I was not really, it was not my intention to use the bunting as to make sort of this cloth sort of looking canopy. It just kind of like came to me after I tried a few things, and then I was like, you know what, let's do this, and we can always just add stuff to it to make it look actual as a cloth. Because somewhere or another, it kind of feels too thin some places, right? But I do kind of try to do what I could to make it look like generic and actually like a cloth, right? And I'm also adding some more carpets, I'm adding ropes, I'm adding etc. to here and there, so it actually gets super cluttered up, and it actually fits super well with the other buildings, because the other buildings are very small. Like we also have a shop in here, or in there, where we don't have this in here. This is more of a scenery, but I will eventually, as I said, make 2 more, and I will try to add some more counters in some of those others, because now we have 3. So I kind of feel like I need to find one that is like, yeah, I don't know, maybe something that sells souvenirs or something, where this one sells like drinks and stuff. So if you have any suggestions of what kind of carriage or card, fantasy card, that you think would be super cool to have in here, or that you might think would be a cool one that you could have in your park or zoo, let me know, because I usually put these up on the workshop and add them as blueprints. You will eventually also see me eventually spamming the workshop with a lot of blueprints. I have over 10 blueprints in here that I just need to like somewhat polish up a bit, tweak, and then I can actually add them to the workshop. So you will eventually see lots of things on the workshop from in here. And I will obviously do it before we release the zoo, because why not, right? So here I'm making this little cake here, as you can see. I tried to do as good as I could here, and it kind of gives the vibe of it, right? So try to make a little stand here where you can have like some other things on, like the serving stuff, like the beer mugs, etc. Just trying to clutter up all the things here and trying to make it look inviting and like it's super busy. You know, I really like that. I will eventually also make some Wikipedia referring to Planet Zoo, guys, but I still feel like I still need a little bit of things, and like maybe an entire lineup of what would be nice to have as tutorials in Planet Zoo, because building habitats is not my forte in this game. Like it is building coasters in Planet Coaster, it's not my forte. It is literally just the building aspect of everything, right? So I really feel like that we're going something with this, even though it's just building, and I still think I can provide a few tips along the way. So if that's anything you have interested in, guys, let me know down below as well, if you wanted a Wikipedia that has like to explain how zoo works, or at least the basic of zoo, the basic that I know of, okay? Pretty much. So yeah, here you can see we're moving slowly towards further into building the sort of canopy here, and I am really struggling a lot here with the bunting, but I did manage to get it to look somewhat nice. As you can see here, it kind of looks like they fold a bit, etc. And yeah, I do like it. Sometimes it takes sweats and tears, but you just have to get through it, guys. You just have to make it look nice eventually at the end, right? So here I'm trying to make it look so it's actually folding, as I said, so it's a double layer, so we don't have this in the back here, so it's actually more open. And yeah, and I did found a cool reference picture on Pinterest where this were kind of mixed in, and then I kind of took some some stuff from other builds as well, and kind of like made it my own sort of build, which is very important to do. It's okay to do like take reference pictures and try to build a replica as good as you can, but always just like, if you're not trying to fulfill that 100% replica satisfaction, then don't hesitate to add your own things here and there, like to make it look like it's actually yours, to make it look like it's personal, it's unique, it has these things that made it look, or that made it pop up. Like this little thing I'm doing here, I felt like, what if we actually hang a lantern in front of it? That would add so much to it, and it will actually be the guide of light for this card here, so it would make sense, right? So that's kind of like what we're doing. That's what we're doing, guys. Hell yeah. And I'm trying to slowly add the clutter pieces, right? We have the custom barrels. I will eventually add some crates too, which is super simple, guys. It is legit 5 pieces that you get, and you can make a little crate out of the shutters. It is so simple. I also did a little speed build of it. So here we're going towards the mugs here, as you can see. I'm actually doing these super small caps, and then I'm actually just adding one more to become the little, you know, handle to the mug here. And the vision of it, the illusion of it kind of works from a far away. If you get closer, yeah, you can see that it's not completely right, but it works for the scale at least, and it kind of looks like a mug if you ask me. So yeah, just cleaning up some stuff here, guys, with the canopy, making it look a little bit more thicker, you know, giving it a little bit more support and all that stuff. It's very important. So here we're making the front of the car, obviously. It needs something to like either way pull it, or it needs some horses or etc. in front of it. So I just tried to make it look as good as I could here with this sort of thing. And as you can see, we are slowly getting better and better of using the smaller pieces. And as long as I just get them into my building sort of mind, then we're good to go for further projects, guys. But don't mind, or don't worry, I will eventually add the clutter in a whole blueprint sort of pack, but it will be when I eventually feel like I got enough clutter to share with you guys, because I still have some things that I want to build. Definitely some more crates, definitely some more barrels, etc. So you guys will eventually get to see that, unless Frontier out of nowhere just gives us a surprise and make a pack that has so many clutter pieces. But I do not think so. I think that is more wishful thinking, to be honest. So yeah, and you might think like, how much more can you add to this? And I'm also thinking that, like, I was sitting in Discord and I was like, I don't know, man, I keep on adding to this guy, like there's nothing on it. But I guess that's just how things works, right? I mean, we can't really prevent that from happening. So, but yeah, that is pretty much what the building is going to look like, guys. We will add a little bit of clutter here and there around it, and then the build itself will pretty much be done. And as I said, it will be on the workshop. All these merchant builds I do will be blueprints and will be on the workshop. That is also why it is sort of a collection, like I did in Planet Coaster 2. We had like houseboats, we had cabins, we had mushrooms, we have a lot of things. I do like to do this because it gives a variety of things for people to use in their zoos as well, and it also just makes me a better builder, learning to build these sort of intricate, tedious buildings here. Because this build is literally like it was like 3 or 4 hours, so I could legit build 2 or 3 houses that are just facades compared to building this guy here, right? So I mean, there's a lot of progressing going on when you do these things, right? So I feel like it's a good way of doing it, and you should definitely try making some of these cars yourself, because it's really good practice. So yeah, 100%. Up here I'm making like a little roof decoration. I kind of wanted to feel like that the cloth here were kind of like covered in with this guy, like it was kind of like put up in some more ropes, some more supports. And honestly, after I added this, it actually looks super cool. Sometimes you gotta take chances, and that's kind of like what I did here. So super happy for the end result of this specific roof here. And I've never thought in my life that I would use the bonding for this type of build here, because bonding is mainly just used for bonding, right? But since we don't have this perfect cloth that I wanted, it was not really, yeah, optimal to do that. So as you can see here, adding some ropes to make it look a little bit more real, you know, and it's really nice. And I was actually super excited when I finished this and be like, I really hope that the people would like this. It adds such a nice addition to the entire merchant area and to Bree. And it literally just feels like this is like an area where people come and go. They put up their cards to sell stuff, and then they go elsewhere whenever they feel like they've achieved enough. So, but yeah, guys, I would really love to hear if you have any suggestions of any cool Carriages cards we can make next time, so you guys also maybe have an influence in it. I'm up for whatever, guys. It would be really cool. But yeah, just doing the last pieces here and there, guys. Adding some trim work, adding the last bonding, adding just the last piece of tweaks and detailing before I call this building done. So yeah, we will eventually just go over to the last piece of the pie here, which is the crate building, the clutter pieces. And then I also steal some of the cages that I've done from the other builds as well. You will eventually start seeing a lot of the same like pieces of clutter here and there, but that is because I usually do that a lot. I reuse a lot of the clutter, but you can do that because it is clutter. Clutter is something everyone has, whatever it is, pretty much. And since we're in a fantasy world, you'll see a lot of the same things duplicated elsewhere around the town and stuff. So yeah, guys, they will eventually also, just something else, they will eventually also come a lot more mythos. There will come a lot more Tiddlewing. So don't worry, we got a lot of Planet Zoo series going on here, and you will also get the usual Planko. And now we obviously also have Prehistoric Kingdom. And then I also walk with a thought about starting some Parkitect and some Sims 4, but we will see how far we get into that. But anyways, remember to like the video, guys, if you like this content and if you like to see more of it. And also just let me hear down below what you have of thoughts of this build. So yeah, I do appreciate you guys for watching. So if you like what you see, guys, remember to do the things. And if you like to join the Discord, you are more than welcome to do so as well. Links are down in the description. Blueprint link to this guy will eventually also be in the description, guys, where you can find it, or you can go check it out on my workshop, or check out the collection of the merchants, which is also in the description down below. So yeah, guys, we are doing the last part here, just doing the last thing above the wheel here to make it look like there's actually a wheel placed here, and then we go forward over to the crate building. As I said, look how easy this is. It is legit 5 shutters we use to make a crate. I wish I could make it a little bit smaller, but it kind of still works as what it is intended to. So yeah, cluttering up the last pieces here, guys, which is very important. And then we're slowly at the end of the video. Yeah. So I'm not adding so many lights to this guy. We will eventually do that too when we get this entire area spiced up with the last 2 carriages. And then I think we're good to go, guys. Really good to go here. So yeah, I'm very happy for how the roof ended up, like this whole cloth building here. So and I hope you guys are too. It really makes me a better builder, thinking out of the box when you have to like figuring out a way to do these custom stuff here. And it just adds a little bit more to it, right? I know we're really fond of the whole blue color here of these merchant, but we will also change that up for next time, friends. So yeah, we are done, guys. Remember, as I said, leave a comment down below, let me hear what you say. And here for the last part, you'll get the last clutter placement, and then I will see you guys in my next Hobbiton Zoo video. So yeah, take care, guys, and stay awesome as always. I'll see you next time. Bye. Enjoy the cinematics.